specific. So first of all, the y has to be by itself in order for us to even graph it. Okay, so if we look at number 1, do both of them say y equals? Yes, okay, so that's a very important part. Okay, Mark Whalen, put that up. If it does not say y equals, then we cannot do anything moving forward. Okay, if it does, then it's ready to go and it's ready to be graphed. Okay, so I'm going to go over some of the graphing rules. Maybe you guys remember, maybe you don't. But first of all, if we're looking at a graph, okay, is this one positive or negative?
Negative.
This one is a positive, okay? So, and this one is going to be a negative. Okay, so our slope dictates whether the graph is positive or negative. Now, in order for us to graph, it needs to be in this form of y equals mx plus b. Okay, the m is our slope, okay, or it's called our rise over our run, which really means how much do we go up or down versus how much do we go left or right, okay? And just so you know, if you ever go down or left, starting off from the 0, okay, it's going to be negative, okay? So that's how we do the m. The b is going to be our y-intercept, okay, or where does it cross the y line? And you have to do this one first, okay? And so these actually don't even take that long. However, when we're graphing, when you graph line 1, no matter which one you do, okay, when we graph the very first line, you have to put every dot you possibly can. So on all of the graphs, you should at least have 2 dots drawn because that's just the way you have to do it. Okay, but depending on if the slope is like 1, then you could have 20 dots, okay? Or you could just have 2, okay? So you have to have at least 2 dots per line, okay? So this is a line, so you should have 2 dots for this guy and 2 dots for this guy, okay? At the very least. Now, you can have more than that, but that's how many you have to at least have. So if we look at this first one, and I'm going to label these equation 1 and equation 2. Now, they both go to number 1, but I'm going to just label them a little bit different, so when I'm drawing them, we can kind of see what's happening. Okay, so equation 1, I have to start by graphing. So my y-intercept, we start by graphing the back point first. So that's at 4, so we're going to go to the y line and find the 4, and we're going to put a dot. Okay, so the way that you're going to be successful is a U count. Okay, if you're trying to be like, oh, she's at like 4 and then like 2, bro, you're never going to get it. Okay, you got to count. Okay, so, and then we can do our slope. So we do this one and then we do this one. So from this dot, that's an important part. Okay, it's 8 over 1. Okay, so can I go up 8? Why not? It would be off the paper. Okay, so use a little common sense. Do we graph way up here? No, don't draw me a dot way up there. Okay, so we cannot go up 8. So we can go down 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then over 1. So I can either, don't draw these dots, I can either put a dot here or here. 8 over 1. Okay, do I need a positive line or a negative line? I need a positive line. So I need my line to look like this way. So is this going to be this dot, dot 1, or dot 2?
Dot 1.
Dot 1. Okay, so dot 2 you can kind of erase. Okay, so this is just for my purple line. And I have to make as many dots as I possibly can on line number 1. Okay, now I know you're going to get teachers that say, make all the dots on line 1 and line 2. That's dumb, okay? On line 1, you need to make all the dots you possibly can. Okay, so line 2. Okay, and mine's almost easier because I have 2 different pencils, okay? But line 2, we're going to start off and we can start, my y-intercept is what? -3. So we start by graphing this first. So go to the y line and find the -3, and we're going to put a dot. Okay, my slope is what? If there's no number in front of an x, what number is it? 1. So really it's like right here, it's 1 over 1. Okay, so we're going to go up 1 and over 1. Which way am I going to go over 1? I need a positive line. Left. Okay, so I'm going to go up 1 and over 1. Okay, now the goal is to get these to intersect. If I keep going up and over, up 1 over 1, am I ever going to intersect? No. Okay, I can keep going up and over, but I'm never going to intersect. So you can also check the down. So we could go down 1 and over 1. Okay, right here, this is the intersection point. This is the point we're looking for. This is where these two people meet up. Okay, and so this is why I say on line 1, we make as many dots as we can. Line 2, you have to make at least 2 dots, the y-intercept and the slope. And if they so happen to intersect on the second dot, great. If you have to keep making dots, then make them until you see that proper intersection. Okay, so that intersection, when we're doing the intersection, because that's not like, I mean, it's it, but it's not totally it, okay? So this is my 0, 0. How much am I gonna have to go left or right? I'm trying to get to this black dot. Left 1, so it's gonna be a -1. Okay, how many am I gonna have to go up or down?
-4.
Down 4, so it's gonna be a -4. So this is my actual answer. They're gonna meet up at that location, -1, -4. Okay, they're gonna meet up at that location. Line 1, how many dots do you have to make? All of them, okay? All of them. So some of you guys are gonna try to just make 2 dots, okay? And then you're like, this doesn't intersect, or it's not gonna intersect in a pretty spot. They should always intersect at what do you call that? Like at a grid marker. They shouldn't be intersecting at like a random spot, because we don't really know what that is. Okay, they have to intersect at like a crosshairs. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay? So look at number 3. Line 1. I'm gonna graph line 1 first. Okay, line 1 starts where? Where does line 1 start out at? -2. So we're gonna go to the y line and find the -2 and put our dot. Okay, then put that up. Okay. What is the slope? 1/2. So we're gonna go up 1 and over 2. Which way? I need a negative line. We're gonna go up 1 and then to the left. Okay, we're gonna go up 1 and over 2. Up 1, and I can't go over 2 anymore because I'm gonna run out of room. And then we have to check all of the downs. So we had to go down 1 and over 2. Down 1 and over 2. Okay, so again, line 1, you have to make every dot. So I should be able to see on your paper that you have a whole lot of dots for line 1 on all of yours. Okay, line 1, you have to make all of the dots. Really, you should make all of the dots on both, because like that makes your graph pretty, but that's just a waste of time. Once you get the friggin' intersection, call it a day, okay? But I'll tell you right now, if you move to someone else's classroom, the proper way is to make all of the dots on both lines. Does everybody understand? Okay, so if you're doing a I-STEP, ASVAB, any sort of testing, you have to make all the dots on both lines. Okay, line 2 starts out where? At +4, so we're going on the y line and put a 4. Okay, from that dot, what is my slope? Okay, why can I not go up 2? There's no space, okay, so it's 2/1. So, I'm gonna go down 2/1. I need a negative line, so how can I make that happen?
Start on the right side.
Oh, down 2 to the right one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, down 2/1. Down 2/1. We have to keep doing that until we get the intersection. Down 2/1. Okay, so on line 2, on this one, we got a lot of dots going on, okay? So you should have a lot going on. Okay, you gotta do all the dots. Okay, and so that intersection point, we're gonna count from 0. So we're gonna go to the right 4, down 4. So 4, -4 is gonna be that intersection point.
Do we have to write that down?
Yes, that is the actual answer, huh?
That's a bad thing.
You cannot.
It's too done.
Huh?
It's too done.
You just can't go during fourth period or success no more. I know. I didn't even know till this morning. Okay, number 5. Where's this graph start out at? -1. So we're going to start the graph at -1. Okay, and what is my slope?
4-1.
4 over 1. So we're gonna go up 4 and over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 1. To the right. Okay, up 4. I can't go over up 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Okay, so really on this one you should have made at least 3 dots. Okay, you should have made 3 dots. Okay, line 2 starts where?
2.
At 2. Starts at 2. And what is my slope?
1 over 1.
1 over 1. Does it make more sense to go up 1 over 1 or down 1 over 1?
Down 1 over 1.
Down 1 over 1? Okay. Which way am I going over?
Right.
Okay, so down 1 to the right 1.
Mhm.
That looks right? What's wrong?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's not even gonna intersect anywhere. It's not on the crosshairs. And even if we, okay, so you're saying go to this way instead. Okay, again, still, if I keep going down, is it gonna intersect? No, so which way should we really have gone?
Up.
Up 1 over 1, okay? Oh shoot, I just erased. Okay, and again, line 2, just get it to intersect, okay? And so that coordinate is what? 1, 3.
Is it X moves for what?
Huh?
X moves for what?
No. Yes.
Number what?
Okay, 7. We start where?
4.
At positive 4.
1 over
1 over 1. Which way am I going? Up 1? Which way? Over 1.
Down 1.
Well, I already said up 1. So if we go up 1, which way am I going?
Left.
Up 1, left 1, because I need a negative line. Down 1 over 1. 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 So this one's got a lot of dots. Okay, line 2 starts where?
-1.
At negative 1. And what is my slope?
Up.
Up 3 over 2, which way? And again, use some kind of, like, I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but like, so if we go up 3, I can go over 2 which way? Either this way or this way. Which one makes more sense?
Go to right.
To the right, why?
Because that's the only way
You
they're
can
on the side.
connect that.
That's the only way that they're gonna intersect. And as soon as you see like, oh, there's a dot there, that's probably a good clue that that's the way you should go. So if you're like, I'm not really sure. Okay, go with the way that the dot is, okay? So 3 over 2, dang it, I just erased again. Okay, that's gonna be our intersection. Okay, and so that's at 2, 2. Okay, number 9 looks funny, why? Hmm?
You only got the
There's
1.
no-
It's only got like a little y and a little 1 number, okay? But is the y by itself?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, it says y equals. So we're allowed to graph it. Okay, so where y is 4, go to where y is negative 4. Okay, all this is saying is that no matter which dot, it's going to be somewhere on this line, the intersection point. All these are where y equals 4. So this is my line 1. No matter which x I choose, my y is at negative 4. Okay, so that's line 1. Line 2 starts where?
Negative.
Negative 3. And what is my slope? Up 1 over 1. So if I go up, am I going to go up or down? Which one makes sense?
Down,
Why down?
so you can reach that.
So we can intersect. Okay, so I'm going to go down 1 over 1, and I need a positive line, so I'm going to go this way. That's going to be negative 1, negative 4.
So go positive, you go left, right?
It depends which way you're going. I don't like to say go positive, go left, because that's not true. It depends if you're going up or down. Okay, you guys got 5 to do on your own, and go through and get your 5 done, and then you're done for today.